Good morning, everyone. I'm David Vogel, Oldham County Judge Executive. I'm happy to welcome Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman here this morning and all of our other public officials. I'll not mention everyone. We can all see each other. I'm so thankful we're here today. We're here today for a very important reason, to recognize a brand new program in Kentucky. The Oldham County Detention Center is, as you're going to learn here, is going to distribute the ONEbox anti-opioid kit to prisoners as they leave this facility and head out. Opioid addiction in Kentucky, of course, has been a terrible, terrible crisis. It's affected medical care and our law enforcement in a way that would have been very hard to predict before it actually all began to unfold. We all know that opioid addiction affects families, it affects the community, obviously affects an individual in terrible ways. We all can recognize that recovery begins with opportunity. And we're going to be offering opportunity here as prisoners leave this facility, an opportunity to not fall back into the addiction habit, an opportunity to have a better life, to get on a better track, to have their families be able to help them. These kits explain what to do and how to do it. So we're very happy here in Oldham County to be able to provide this service, the first in Kentucky. Our health department has been distributing opioid addiction treatment kits in the community, but we're the first detention center in Kentucky to do so. So I'm very proud of that. I'm proud of our fiscal court that's agreed to spend money for this important project. We're trying to, on several levels, to fight opioid addiction. As you may hear later, we've received money from the national settlements and through the state. We're doing what we can here to address this issue. So I'm proud of all of our people and everything they've done. So I'd like to introduce our great Oldham County jailer, Jeff Tyndall. He's done a great job working with these prisoners as they're about to leave, and Jeff will share more information with you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Attorney General, for being here. Thank you, members for Healthy Oldham County. Thank you for members of the Tri-County Community Action Agency, 7 counties. I just want to thank everybody in this room. I don't want to say all the names because I don't want to miss anybody. But this isn't about us. This is about our community. It's about those people that are coming in these doors, in this Sally Port, through these same doors. And we are sending them out back to a better environment. Our whole mission in Kentucky and in this county is to offer hope. Today is an important day for Oldham County. People come through these doors every day. Our hope at the detention center is to leave through the front door a better person. Those of us that work in this jail know that the days immediately when they leave are some of the highest risk times for fatal opioid overdoses. Recovery cannot begin if someone doesn't survive. That's why we're here today. Many people see this and think this is just a box. But to me and to others, it should be something that offers one more chance. One more chance to survive, one more chance to enter treatment, one more chance to reunite with their families, one more birthday, one more conversation with their sons or daughters, one more opportunity to build their life. As individuals leave this jail, they'll receive more than just a ONEbox. They'll receive items that our community has given us, the Healthy Oldham County Coalition, parents of addicted loved ones. All the departments that are formed in this community have given this jail and this community so much. We're all given one more opportunity to rebuild that life. Healthy Oldham County Coalition will continue this mission. They'll continue it next weekend by a program that we're offering free for anybody called Summer Vibes Saving Lives. They're going to provide overdose prevention education, naloxone training, and resources for our community. This initiative is possible because people, our community, has chosen to work together. The Attorney General's Office, Healthy Oldham County Coalition, Oldham County Abatement Committee, the Health Department, our local government, my incredible staff at the detention center. But we do it for some individuals that are in this room, in this Sally Port. We open this up to everybody in our community. But there are some people in this room that have been through this Sally Port in a different aspect than we're all walking through these doors. They're the heroes. This is why we're doing it. There are some individuals in this room, they're the heroes. This is why we're doing it. When a community comes together with one purpose, it's to save lives. Good things happen. If this initiative with the ONEbox or any recovery program and our opioid abatement money helps one parent return home, if it helps one person choose treatment instead of another overdose, it gives one more family time with someone they love, then every effort that brought us here today will be worthwhile. Because our goal isn't simply just to hand somebody out this box or books. Our goal here at the detention center is to hand them hope. Hope that tomorrow can be better than yesterday. Hope that recovery is possible. Hope that no one has to face addiction alone. Today is an important day for Oldham County. Today's an important day for the state. And I hope other states see what Kentucky is doing, because what we're doing in Kentucky is giving people one more chance. It is now my honor to introduce Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman.
Oh, incredibly well said, Jailer Tyndall, and thank you for having me. Thank you for your hospitality and that of your staff. Grateful for all of those organizations that have partnered here. As an Oldham County resident, someone that chose Oldham County, the old joke is I wasn't born here, but I got here as quickly as I could. It pains me a bit that our county has been painted in a divisive way of late. This is Oldham County. This is about partnership. It's about mission. It's about focusing on the big things that matter. So this is the Oldham County that I see every day, the Oldham County that I chose to raise my kids in, to go to school in. So delighted and honored to be here. I also want to pause right in the front end and say thank you to the men and women who work behind the wall of our Commonwealth's jails and prisons. So oftentimes don't receive the honor and the recognition that they deserve in law enforcement. So I want to thank those who are in this room, who serve in corrections, who serve you here as deputy jailers, who serve in corrections across the Commonwealth. Our system just doesn't work. Our system of punishment and deterrence just doesn't work without these fine men and women. And so as the chief law enforcement officer of this Commonwealth, I just want to say thank you to each of you, and let's honor them. It also is true here today, as it is almost every time I take the podium, that so oftentimes the men and women that did the work that brought you to this podium, they're not in front of the cameras, they're on the periphery of the room. If the cameras were to scan, they would see men and women carrying badges of multiple agencies. That is the case here. But I'm also I'm honored to stand with some of our Commonwealth's finest prosecutors and law enforcement officers standing behind me in front of the cameras today. And I'm proud to say, I'm delighted as an Oldham Countyan and as your AG that your jail, that Oldham County is at the tip of the spear, that this is the first jail, the first detention center in the Commonwealth that is issuing these kits, these life-saving kits to inmates, but also as well as visitors. This is a distribution point. As you know, a jail, for better or for worse, is a real nexus of so much of the community. And you're leveraging that to push these life-saving devices out there. We're the first jail in the Commonwealth to do so. And I'm delighted, so pleased at that. These devices are about saving the lives of the inmates. They're about saving the lives of those that are returning citizens that have substance abuse disorder. But another way to look at these devices is they're about the family members of those that are suffering from addiction. It's about providing those grandparents that oftentimes are raising those kids who feel overwhelmed, who don't know how to contend with this individual that's been kicked out of house after house, and they're finally, as we know, they're in grandparents' houses all over our Commonwealth. I think about grandmothers when I look at these, not only those that are the recipients that may receive this life-saving device. We are equipping Kentuckians all across this Commonwealth and starting here in Oldham County with this life-saving tool. We're giving a chance. We're giving a chance for treatment. We're giving a chance to reset a life and provide that term that you use so well, provide hope. Oldham County is known for a lot of wonderful things, but you probably didn't know that notwithstanding is one of those lawyers' terms that you say because what comes next is typically not great. Notwithstanding, we have our law enforcement have advised me, we average about 2 overdoses a day in this county. That's not fatal, thank God, thanks to our emergency services, but that's 2 overdoses a day in this county. 6 fatal overdoses last year. That is a lot of empty seats at kitchen tables. That is a lot of loss, a lot of impact on families. And so thanks to the leadership of the men and women behind me and the leadership of many of you in the audience, our goal is to tackle that. Our goal is to reduce that. Oldham County, and I want to be very clear here, Oldham County has some of the strongest law enforcement, some of the strongest prosecutors, as you see behind me, anywhere in the Commonwealth. We believe in supporting law enforcement. We believe in punishment. We believe in deterrence. But we also believe in accountability. But after that, we believe in efforts like this that bring us here, efforts like this to distribute these devices, these kits, to provide hope. My wife often says that 2 things can coexist. 2 things can exist at the same time. This drug crisis has shown us we have to approach this differently. We have to be pragmatic. Gone are the days that you are pro-law enforcement or pro-treatment. We have to have strong enforcement, strong prevention, and strong treatment. 3 things have to coexist for us to push back on this scourge that's still 1,400 Kentuckians a year last year. 1,400. There's no spiking the ball in the end zone, friends. We aren't there yet. This kit, these efforts, and this collaborative partnership, this is what's going to make the difference in reducing those numbers. I'm so grateful for this partnership. I'm so grateful to be invited. I'm so grateful that this Sally Port so oftentimes is the deficit of hope. It is the opposite of hope. That this Sally Port, we can come together in this environment and celebrate what is going to save lives and bring hope. And I'm so grateful to be here and grateful for this effort. Thank you, Jailer.
So before I take questions, I want to show you what the ONEbox does. When people leave these doors, they go to their families, and families don't know what to do. They know they have loved ones that are addicted. But what's that mean? Calling 911? Getting emergency services to them? What this kit does, and I'm going to put the mic down for a second. In this kit, it has 2 doses of Narcan. It also has PPE. So what do I do with this? Thank you. All it is, you open this up.
First off, let's take a deep breath. Step number 1 is to check to see if somebody really is unresponsive. You can do that by gently shaking them and shouting, or you can use your knuckles against the sternum to see if you get a reaction. If you find this person is unresponsive, please call 911 immediately. The next step would be to...
What this does is it gives instructions for people that don't know how to use the device. We also have a community that speak Spanish in our county.
Primero que nada, respire profundo. El primer paso es asegurarse de que la persona no responde. Puede certificarlo sacudiendo suavemente los hombros de la víctima y hablando en voz alta. También puede hacerlo poniéndolo.
We also, in this box, the individuals that leave, we will offer them one to give to their loved ones. They can do a training mode
First off, let's take a deep breath.
that they will watch
Step number 1 is to...
The first thing that you want to do if you come across
that
someone
gives
who
you
thinks they've overdosed
instructions
from an
that they know
opioid,
how to
so
use
something
this
like fentanyl
box
or heroin,
prior
some
to
type of
their
pain medication, is really look for 2 things.
whoever
So
they
the
need
first
it.
thing is that they are not breathing or not breathing well.
These boxes have not only just came to the jail, but they have been given out to our local motels, our gas stations, our restaurants. This box is a life-saving technique, just like if you were having a heart attack, an AED would be used. This is the exact same thing. 1 to 2 overdoses a day in Oldham County. Hopefully, we can start saving people's lives. Thank you, everybody, for coming, and thank you, Oldham.